So what's going on, guys? How we doing out there? Yep, microphone's working. What's going on, guys? TGIF. Yes, it is yet another weekend and another stream. Another Friday. Gotta love it. Hey, so actually made some progress this week. Still got distracted by other projects. Some stuff I can talk about, some I still can't yet, but actually did make some headway on the level editor, and I'll show some of that stuff here in just a sec. But one of the things also I got is I found a very, very talented music guy who's been contributing some stuff to me for the game. And basically what I said is I want to recreate, the original series, Star Trek, the original series. I want to kind of go back to that classic, recognizable sound, and this guy is just amazing chameleon kind of guy that can just generate this stuff. So he's already been working on some theme song stuff that I will show you guys once I put together a teaser trailer, which is working on that as well. But he also gave me my first, which he calls a work in progress, but I think is actually fantastic already, so much so that I already dropped it in the game. But yeah, so tell you what I'm going to do is bring this up. Let's go into scenes here. Let's go underground. We'll save our progress. Sure, what the heck. And yeah, so anyone that watched the original Star Trek TV series knows it has that just bombastic kind of orchestral score, right? That just kicked in all the time. Anytime there's any kind of action. Of course, with my game, it's nothing but action. So we want to push that direction. So so he mimicked it, and he's got the driving piano, the brass section, all that kind of stuff. So I'm really thrilled. So I'll tell you what I'll do is momentarily mute my old background music. There you go. Let's fire this puppy up. I'll go full screen and unmute the audio. And it should come up here. There you go. Check that out. That driving piano, the brass, completely sets the tone. Very ominous, very intense, and very Star Trek original series, which is what I was shooting for. So you got all this stuff happening. You get to hear all that. That's awesome. So, yeah, really happy with this. Looking forward. He's going to do different themes for all of the different levels and stuff, so that's going to be awesome. Just really helps set the tone for the game, I think. Oh, jerk, I missed you. Squish. There you go. Grab that. And then, yeah, I don't have it yet. Oh, shoot. But, once you go into, a little bonus room, the music will swap out into more of a, foreboding, ominous kind of tone. And then once the lava kicks in, then it kicks in with a more feisty tone. Feisty little bit of music. That's just so cool. Might be a little overpowering right now, the music. I might have that dialed up a little bit, but I can bring that back down. But right now I'm just enjoying it too much to mess with it. There you go. Yep, my boo's got some, he's got some ground to make up. Oh, there you go. He's off to a good start, too. He's tied with me again. He's got to reclaim that first place spot. Yeah, Runes went to town on you, man. And last week, he came by and he just started playing like crazy. Alright. And then I'll do one more. I'm going to get back out. Go back to work instead of playing. But, yeah, really happy with the headway. Things are really starting to come together. Boom. That's good. Alright, let's go mute that again. Take that on maximum play. We should be good. Alright, here he goes again. And, oh, look at that. 2 for 2, buddy. So what does that put you, 10 points down, I think? 10 points down, tied for... Yep. You're getting close again. Alright. So, let's go back over to the editor. Level editor. save that. I don't think I changed anything, but I'll play it safe. So what can I talk about here? Tons of stuff since last week. Well, one thing you just saw right here, right? When I fire it up, the one thing you'll notice now is that it actually retains the data and loads it back up again, which is a major improvement and obviously a necessity. I think last time I had it set up where it would play, but kind of. It was a little on the janky side, but I got this working now where it's doing everything correct, where it'll even look. Love the new music for the game. Sweet, man. Thanks. I appreciate that. Yeah, if you ever go back and watch the old original Star Trek, Shatner, Leonard Nimoy, Kirk Bones, and the rest, yeah, that, to me, that music really personifies everything that is the original series, right? That incredibly driving kind of sound. So, yeah, really happy with that. But, yeah, thanks, man. Thanks for the validation. I appreciate that. Excuse me. All right, so one of the things you'll see here is that the entrance and exit, it's now picking up on where you create the holes, right? Oh, and then I used to have to exit, if you remember. Now I can exit here. I used to have to restart the level editor. Now I can just go straight in, right? Draw this back out. So if I do it like this, draw it across, and then do like that, and hit play, boom. You see that whoops, it broke. That's not good. Why you no work? Play level. Huh. Well, that sucked. Okay, I guess I got some more work to do, considering... What's up with that? Draw that. So it should be looking, it should see the empty 3 spots there. Oh, you know what? I think I know what happens. I think I have the check wrong. I think my numbers are off there. So let me play one more time. Yeah, I think that's just wrong. All right, so let me see if this side is working correctly or not. Let's try this again. Hit play. Yeah, okay. Oh, weird. So then it did it correctly this time. What's up with that? Okay. Oh, maybe I'm doing a check on this, or I'm checking down below. Let me double check that. Obviously, something is going wrong there, but I'll fix that. The music maker said it was work in progress. He did. Yeah. He still, yeah. He was basically saying that it was his idea of a work in progress, which I think he's just being humble. Because unless he was thinking that he probably went too far in terms of here's the whole thing, and wanted to leave wiggle room in case I wasn't happy. But I wrote back and I went, yeah, I'm ecstatic, man. Yeah. Just found him online. A very nice gentleman named Jeremy. Jeremy Reinhold, who I found and reached out to because he'd already done a snippet that I found on Pond 5. I probably played on one of my previous streams that basically sounded just like classic Star Trek. So I reached out to him and I explained what I was doing, and he was jumped on board, and he's been fantastic. He's a busy guy, so he's getting to it when he can, but I'm actually fine with that, And I explained to him because he said he's got a lot of stuff going on, which I'm not surprised. He's a talented guy. But I explained to him, dude, you're not the bottleneck. The bottleneck is, well, we don't have to point fingers, but, I just told him you're not the bottleneck. The bottleneck is someone else that we won't name. So we're all good. Yep. I don't think that I'm going to be banging on his digital electronic door saying, hey, give me some more music. I'm running out. So let me check what's going on here. Find out what I did wrong. My guess, like I said, is I think I'm probably checking. So what I do is I just look at the empty spaces, and then I judge that, and that determines where if I load the bottom section as the left, center, or right gap. But obviously it's loading up the wrong one, so my guess is, let's try this again. If hit play, it's doing it correctly. But then if I, just out of curiosity's sake, if I go like this, is that right? Like that, hit play. Yeah, see, look at that. The top is actually following the bottom. So I think when I was building it, I was just parroting or doing the same on the top and bottom. I didn't realize that this guy was actually broken. So let's fix that first, and then I'll move on to my tasks. I don't know if you noticed this, a new thing that down that way, added a task list so you can see actually what I'm trying to achieve today. Probably won't get but maybe a smidge of all that, but I'm going to try. All right, one sec here. All right. Nice. Wow. Yeah, you had a couple misspellings in that one. Penny's like, huh? And look at that. Uh-oh. My boob ties back into first place again. Look at that. All right. Congrats. It didn't take long, did it? I guess it's up to Runes to come back online and reclaim from you. You guys can go into big mano y mano. Okay. So first thing I got to do is figure out where I'm actually generating. Oh, it'd be under test level. Woo. Hello. Test level. There we go. All right. So let's see. It's down here. In section. All right. In section 14. Ah, okay. Wait. Now that should be. X is correct. There's a delay again in the messages. Well, I mean, they're working, but it's just, it's just a slight delay. Sorry about that. Yeah, that's all Twitch stuff. That's completely out of my hands on that one, I'm afraid. I have it set up that it's supposed to do like the zero latency. So, it's supposed to be almost like the equivalent of a live stream, but, Twitch does what Twitch does. Yeah. Can't complain about the price, so this is me not complaining. All right. So, in section, okay, 114. That's strange. Because I'm getting 14. So I'm checking what should be the correct space. So I'm not sure. In section. Okay, my code actually looks correct here. Let me turn this, nuke this stuff. This is the old version I was using. Oh, wait a second. I see what I did. I bet you I know what I did. So yeah, I was doing this as a global test. Oops. All right, and then I signed the value down here, and I know exactly. I just did the in section. There it is. Just a typo right there. That was it. So I was assigning the same start value to both the start and the end. So that would obviously make sense. So now if we try this again, hit play, it should, there it goes. It pops up perfectly. Good. So now you can see the gap. Just as long as I put the gap in the right spot and it judges it, it'll go ahead and actually carve that out and use the right start and end piece. So there you go. Hit exit, and then we can come back in. So some cool fun stuff here too is any point, this is what I'm thinking of in terms of putting the editor like online is like a WebGL version, right? That anyone that wants to help make levels, and we could talk about that. I'll talk about that at a future date. But if they want to, then all it is a matter of making a level, and they can test it. And once it gets to a point, they go, hey, this is fun. All you have to do is hit export, and it copies it to the clipboard, right? And the cool thing is if you just bring in like a notepad or anything else, just hit Control V, there it all is. So there is the level data just tossed in a nice little string array right there. And that you could just highlight and throw in an email and say, here you go. Or I may even do something where I go ahead and automatically post it to an email. It could be one of those things, submit, and it'll generate the email and send it straight to me automatically. And I'll just receive this information. And here's a simple breakdown. You can see it begins, the first thing it says is which environment it is. And we're beginning with underground. So we see underground. And then I just break it into the different categories. So we have platform, right? So then all I'm doing is just going through the grid array. If it's -1, that means the tile is empty. I start with -1, of course, because 0 actually is a real tile. So I can't start with 0. So -1 indicates that it's empty, move on, right? And then we just have the number here. So if that's a number, then it knows to throw that tile in that space. And it's just going down the grid. Actually, I guess it's going up the grid. I kind of screwed up. I mean, it's a minor thing, but I mean, if you're gonna get like all nitpicky, the X and the Y, I kind of inverted the range. So normally you would do it the other way around, right? Normally you would put the Y on the outside and the X on the inside, because what you normally want is it for just to go like the top and go like all the way through, right? Or I guess it's kind of 0, 0, so it'll go like this way up. But instead, because I have the Y looping as the inner, it's kind of going like this way, you know, which confused me a couple times when I was looking for certain values and I was looking in the wrong place, but got that fixed. Can start with null if you int, not that you need it. Geek, what up, buddy? Welcome. Can you start with null if you int? Are you asking me, or are you saying I should try that instead of doing the -1 value? Not a question. Got it. Okay, so you're saying that I could actually just make that a null instead. Okay. I didn't realize you could do that for a int array. That's good to know. Okay. Well, I mean, if nothing else, it just makes the string -1, I guess, is like be 2 characters shorter than, because it would in that case, if equals a, yeah, if int equals a nullable int. Yeah. Let's see. Runes, what up, buddy? Welcome back. I hate to tell you, man, you just got tied for first, man. My boob stepped up and tossed the disc with Penny, and you guys are now tied for first place at 200 each. And he wastes no time to reclaim the... Oh, no! Guess what, buddy? You just went into a tie for second place. Sorry about that. That was a nice try. Uh-oh. It's getting nasty in here now. All right, let's check this out. Export data. Let's see. Yeah, okay. So that's good to know that I could have done it as an actual null instead of a -1. Okay. So I'll remember that for future reference. So Geek, thanks for the info there, buddy. Yeah, but at this point, it kind of does work. I mean, yeah, cool. Yeah, you're welcome. Unless there's no like actual performance benefit. I'd assume there's no real performance benefit between using a null and -1, right? I mean, you're still checking either way. Runes is on a tear now. He's got to make up for the lost ground. Oh, that one was way off. Wow, man, you're jinxed now. Hey, look at this. I'm in second place. Oh, sorry, Runes. And we officially become no longer a kid-friendly show. That's okay. In runtime, no. The space you save a few bytes, saving N32 versus null. Gotcha. All right. Yeah, and I mean, because this is just simply a level editor that only is going to work to produce level content and not actually be anything relevant to the game time. Because right now I don't have a system, and Geek, maybe you know this. I don't know if you played with the tile stuff. All I'm doing is producing information for 2D tiles for Unity, and I'm doing that at runtime, right? But I don't know of any way to add tiles to a 2D tile in the editor when you're not running, right? So, I mean, what I'm saying is that, once I produce... Where's my thing? Wrong one. So once I produce this data, right, it would be awesome to be able to take that, right, and to go... Let me go into my... something else here. Let me go into my levels. Underground. How about this one? There. So it would be nice if I could actually, and here's my level editor, right? This is Unity's 2D tile editor. I would love to be able to take that data, right, and just have an automated way of the editor, not running, of course, right, but having the editor feed that data in and build the tiles for me, rather than what I'm thinking right now is that I'll just take the data, right? So for example, if I come back out here, hit play, right? So I take like a finished level, pretend this is finished, right? And what I'm going to be doing is basically just screenshotting this puppy, right? And just recreating this manually back here. Oh, I lost it. You know, and then just at this point having to manually recreate the tiles. You only need to be able to reference the tile maps and set tile. Yeah, I mean, okay, yeah. I know that I can build the tile at runtime, right? But what I'm hoping to do is to avoid that because, well, a couple things. Number one, I'm concerned about performance because I am streaming the levels in as you go along, right? And the second thing is the editor doesn't actually get everything perfect, right? My editor, if I come back here, scenes, level editor, there you go. It hits most of it, but there's still some limitations to it, right? You know, I'm not getting like all the tiles that I have, you know, or for example, I don't have it set up for random, that kind of stuff, just because I want to keep it simple, right? Rather than try and have all this intricate, you know, all these extra buttons to do all this kind of intricate variations, I just went simple. So what I'm saying is that the level editor brings me about 85 to 90% of the way there, but I need to spend another 10%. Oh, they're going at it. You know, I still got to do a little 10% polish. So I don't think I'm ever going to be in a situation where I can just take this data, right, that gets produced, you know, this stuff, right, and just automatically have it load in and be happy with it, right? But what I was hoping was I would have some way of doing that here, right? You know, I want to build a tile level at runtime and then hit stop and still have those tiles exist, right? And that's what I can't figure out. It's probably possible. I mean, I know that like there's rule tiles that override tiles, so I mean it must be possible, but I don't see the scripts on how to pull that off myself. I need to make a quick run outside, back in a few minutes, and you can explain then. Sure thing, man. I'll be around. No worries. All right. Oh, where are we at now? 180. That was runes. So what's the score now? Let's check it out. My boob is at 190. Uh-oh, you know what? I'm going to step in. I'm going to see if I can jump in here myself. Hurry. Uh-oh. There it is. I'm going to see if I can sneak in first place here. What do you say? Come on, Penny. Oh. Wait, I'm tied for first now, right? Yeah. There it is. Runes, buddy. Hate to tell you, you just dropped a third. And it's not rigged. It's completely not rigged as far as you guys know. All right. All right. So, too excited. All right. So let's talk about what else is going on with the editor. So if you guys remember last off, I had some of the stuff kind of working, right? But now everything is fully functioning. So now I can basically adjust all the settings, right? And look at that. My boo just reclaimed the lead. So now you can take a lava spout. You can drop it in, and if you kind of like put it just off to the side, not quite where you want it, not a problem. You can just slide it over, and that works. So for example, I put it there, right? And I can change the length. There you go. And then of course, if I do that, then I would want to put some ground lava here, like so. And I think I had ground lava working correctly last week, so nothing new to see there. That's behaving nicely. But lava flow is good. So if I come back here and I hit edit, I can actually edit them and rotate them. So if I want to be a side one, or if I want them to actually shoot up in the air, right? Those are all choices now. And I can adjust the settings in terms of the time it takes, the gap between each lava blast, as well as the initial delay. So if there's some that are side by side and I want to offset them, I can do that with that. And then how long it actually flows for. So pretty simple stuff, pretty straightforward. Excuse me, but powerful enough that it can do everything you want it to. So if we hit play, and he should fire unless, oh, that's not good. All right, that used to work. What did I break? Huh. Ooh, that's really broken now. What's up with that? 11, 13. This is interesting. The redraw went wrong there. I'm not sure why. Play level. Huh. All right, so I did break something there. That used to work. All right, let's figure out what I broke. Let's go. Oh, you know what? Let's do it this way. Who's that? Oh, my move. Oh, wow, my move's on a big run now. All right, so. Wow, that is absolutely wrong. Why would that be way up there and not? Huh. That's interesting. All right, I obviously tweaked something and broke the crap out of everything. So let's first figure out splash group. All right, so he didn't move to where he's supposed to. So we're not getting, let's close all these guys down except him. Let's go scripts, lava flow. All right, oops, wrong window. All right, let's check out rotate, decrease. Try to get the home run so humans can't catch up. Oh, that's too funny. Do splash. All right, so let me knock some of this down. Auto enable. Okay. Let me check. Love editor. Okay. Glamour. Huh. What happened to... That's weird. What's even doubly weird is the fact that it actually shifts. So it's working here. No, it's not. All right. All right, let's bring this bad boy up again. All right. Done. Export level. So that's in the... There you go. Lava flow. So 129. He's at 13. So if we edit him... Ooh, and he doesn't want to run. Well, crap. I was so happy with this, and I thought it was all behaving nicely, and not so much now. What did I break? Let's see. All right. Gotta go. Be back. All right, my boob. I'll be here, buddy. All right. So him. All right, so we're still in editor mode. Okay. If we turn that off. All right, maybe it's because it's... I'm going to put him up here. So I use the start to initialize all the stuff. Restart. Restart lava flow. Okay, unenable. Okay. Yeah, I made a change because one of the things I found was that if you go into the bonus room during gameplay, okay, this is what I changed, and you come back out, it could, on rare occasions, actually break the flow and throw an error. So I had a thing where it just said on enable to restart, but that's obviously throwing it out of whack. So what we need here is just, let's see. Let's do it this way. Let's see, because it's not rebuilding, it's just turning on, right? So on enable, if we restart flow, begin flow, so that's all correct. Spout size, we do that at start, so we won't do that again. If editor mode, so like that, return. I'm going to put that at the top where it should be. Although in theory, we're never going to hit that. So I'm going to mark that out for the time being. All right. So here, we're going to make sure that the splash group gets positioned correctly. And if player equals null, then find the player. All right. Let's see if that fixes our issue. So that sucks because I fixed one, and then, you know, if you went in the bonus room and you came out, on the rare occasions, depending on where the actual flow was, it could throw an error. So I came up with the idea of the on enable to refresh it, and that just broke it in the editor. So fix one, break another. So, boom. Oh, shoot. Well, that's just wrong on every level. All right, let's check that. Edit him. Interesting. Okay, so if we say done, then he goes dormant. Okay, so you know what? Here we go. If we are in edit mode, then don't do that. All right, you're back. All right, man, let me check this because I was just saying that I fixed one thing with the lava flow in the game, and that actually slightly broke it in the editor. Let me see if I fixed that. And no, he's still flowing, and he's still flowing in the wrong place. Damn it. Okay, which is weird. So if I hit him like this, oops, select him, and then it corrects itself. Okay, so I'm going to do with the way it's loading it and dropping it in the wrong spot. All right, I'll figure that out. Geek, so going back to the conversation we had a minute ago. So what I was talking about, and I'm not sure if this is even possible, but basically, okay, so what I'm doing here is, let's go back to the platform, right? So I'm making a level, right? So I drop in all this data like so, right? Here we go. Let's say I got the perfect level, right? But what I want to be able to do is as soon as I hit stop, boom, I've lost all that data, right? What I want to be able to do is have that data that I make while I'm running at runtime and have that embedded into offline, just in the editor mode. So, for example, like this. ACP, hey. Did I get that right? It's hard to read. Yeah, that's right. What up, buddy? What up, what up? ACP, greetings. Welcome, man. Thanks for coming out and saying hello. Yeah, so then what I'm talking about, though, is I want to be able to build the level, and then once I, at runtime, and then have that data applied offline automagically to the layers, which normally you have to do this manually, right? I have to go back in here, my underground tiles, right, and do all this crap, by myself manually. You want to build in play and save and use in editor. Bingo. Yes. So for example, like let's just say that, if the slate was clean here, right? Let's go like this. If you say the platform there, and then the covers, where's my cover? Cover's up here, like so. No. No, it's more convoluted than that. Scriptable objects are for editor to runtime. I want to go runtime to editor, exactly like Geek is saying. So what I want to do is when you use the level editor and you build some content, and as soon as you stop, I want that data to show up magically, like what did I just do? Yeah, like this. So boom, it just takes the data that we made online and just throws it up in the editor. I mean, the fact that we have rule tiles, right? I mean, these are all rule tiles here. So for example, if I come up here, right, I'm using a rule tile. So it's smart enough to know, okay, and it's doing all that correctly. And this is happening in the editor, right? But I don't have the brain power because I'm not a programmer. As I say every time, I'm an artist, I'm an animator, I'm not a programmer. But with rule tiles, it's manipulating the tile stuff in the editor, right? But I don't see any actual scripts. I think it's more complex than that. So it's over my head in terms of how to actually pull that off, because the rule tiles are actual assets versus a script, as far as I can tell. You need an external data format then, like JSON or whatever. Your best option would be to use system.io to save the level data to some file and an editor extension to write that information back. Well, I mean, I do that, as I was demonstrating before, right? So, I'm writing this stuff out, right? Just in this standard string format. I mean, if I need to go to JSON, I could switch into a JSON format. But to me, the question mark is still, this is way beyond me, is how do I get the editor, right, on its own, right, to somehow, because I've never programmed anything in the editor before, if that makes sense. So, I'm sure there's probably some way to create like a drop-down menu and say import data, and it grabs it and actually builds the tiles, right? I'm sure that's possible. You have data from runtime saved? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, the export level, that goes right into the clipboard. I could just as easily throw it into a text file or anything. So I have the data, right? Either in the clipboard, which you can just bring in through the system.io off of the clipboard, kind of a proverbial, Control C, Control V, or I can just save it off in a file. So it's accessible, absolutely. But how to write the code on the editor side to actually grab that data and disseminate it in the editor is something that I've never even thought about trying to do before. But otherwise, it's just a matter of I have to take my built-out level that I designed here and just replicate it manually like I was doing here a second ago, right? So then I would have to, like, if I was take the screenshot of what the level editor version looks like, and then I just have to, like, replicate it here manually, right? Which is possible. It's not that big a deal. I just figured it would be a nice time saver if I could have the editor grab that data and display it automatically. Is there a default start position? There is. It's a grid that basically starts, well, it does here, it's basically a 14 by 23, 20 grid, right? And I'm just starting down here and working my way up, which I can reverse that if need be. But yes, I absolutely have this all in a sequential order every time. So that I can actually take and, disseminate if I could find a way. So the bottom left position of the tile. Oh, of the tile map. Yeah. Well. Yes. Yeah, because that's what I'm doing here in the editor is I'm building a tile map, right? How many tile map layers? Just really 2. with the background stuff, I'm going to have to make that manually, because that's mainly just almost like a randomization kind of thing, and that I'm less concerned about. But the foreground stuff, no, sorry, 3. I will have 3 main layers. Let me get a better example here. So here's a good example. So what we have is the foreground, right? The platform. So that's the main one, right? Most of the stuff is there. But sometimes there'll be hidden areas, right? So you see like this little piece right here is a breakable kind of piece of tile, and that unleashes the covered one. So this is a second one, right? And then finally the lava, I did this for collision reasons. I thought it was easier to make this a separate tile map to isolate the lava rather than try and figure out the tile you're striking and calculate if you're taking damage or not. So the lava is actually a third and final separate tile layer. So, 3 total that I really care about. So you have 3 layers that you'll need to reference when building and a set of data. Yep. And so yeah. So right now it's down and dirty, but you can actually see what I'm doing here is here's the whole array, right? So I start with the platform, and then this is the whole grid, right, for there, okay? And then ground lava is the same thing that I just said. That's the lava edges, right? And then finally the cover tiles, right? So that's 3 different grids, right, with each coordinate displayed every export. So yeah, I do export that. And then for the other ones that are just individuals, like the enemies and portals and collectibles, those I just go ahead and throw in an array, right, that just adds their position and any kind of extra data. So if that makes sense. So yes, I have 3 different full information kind of things for the platform, for the lava, and for the cover tiles if they exist. But I just don't know. Let's not worry about the extra objects. Oh, no, and I'm not worried about those at all. Absolutely. They are easily done manually, right? Adding the little extra bonus items is something that takes me a minute or 2. It's the compiling all the layer stuff, right? It's just the slow moving part. But I mean, once again, this isn't like a die-hard kind of thing. This is more like I just want to throw it out there, because ultimately, if I build a level, right, and take a screenshot and just put it over the side, I've gotten fast enough where I can replicate it pretty fast anyways, And even if I do this system where I can bring in the editor and have it load up, I'm still going to have to tweak it, right, to add things like the randomness of like just the arbitrary little secondary items in here, and to make sure that the tiles aren't tiling, repeating the same tile all the way through. So I got to add the randomization kind of stuff. Have you made an editor script in the past? No, I've never done that. I can get you through it. It's honestly not even hard. Really? Okay, but yeah. Once again, animator, right? Not programmer. So no, I've never tried to tackle a editor script before. That's definitely way beyond my range of playing with stuff. You have the logic already. We just need to give the editor some access to it. All right. Yeah, it could be as simple as if you could point me to a script that would demonstrate how I could do something like, put up a menu in here that says, okay, grab the data and now disseminate that data and turn it into the tiles on here, then yeah, that would be amazing. I have not been able to find that information. Do you have load logic for your data in runtime? Yes, I do. So for example, here, give a quick demo. So if I go export data, done. If I go clear data, yes, right, like that. But then I go import, there. Okay, it didn't clear it. I don't clear it, but go import, there you go. So that's what we just made, right? I got that lava glitch. I got to fix that, but ignore that. So yes, I can export and re-import. Right now it's just pulling from either a player pref. So if you generate new data and you hit export or play level, it throws in your player prefs. And if it sees there's any data in the player prefs, then it'll pull from there. Otherwise, it'll try and pull it from the clipboard. If neither exists, then it pulls nothing, of course. And if I hit clear level, that actually purges the actually that just purges the clipboard, not the actual player prefs. All right, first you will want to create a folder named editor in your project. I have one, which I believe is completely empty. No, it has one, mesh render sorting editor. Oh, which is a sweet thing too. That was something that I learned at G2E from a Unity programmer guy that allows you to take a mesh and turn on the ability to set layers for a 3D mesh, which apparently is available, but just hidden. So this code actually allowed me to, expose that. Which now that I think about it, actually I do have an editor script that I could have looked at for some form of guidance, I guess. Yeah. So that was actually a very cool thing, because up until that point, every time I'm making a 2D game, but I'm building all my animations in Maya, and I bring it in, and it comes in as a mesh object. So then I was having to take sprites and attach them to each mesh, right, and match that, which is just a pain, right? And then he's like, "Oh, you could just do this," and it's like, "Oh, that just fixed everything. That's great." Create a new C# script in the folder. Let's do it. All right, and let's see. We're calling it what? Tile import. Is that good? Does that sound good? Yeah, tile import. If it's not, I'll change. Double click. Using Unity engine. My window. All right. Ah, crap. Really? All right. Let me change that to. Okay. My window. Okay. Oh, so what do I need to call the file? Do I call it my window? Comment. Oh, okay. Make a new one. Like so. Does that look correct? Yeah. Okay. File. You can rename the class. All right. I'll just rename it here. So, like so. Is that gonna make it happy? No. Or did I do that backwards? I can't type today. Or paste. So I grab this guy. No. No, undo. Oh, this one? Is that the one I should be actually redoing? Tile import. Got it. So, and then I'm guessing this, like so. I see a lot of red lines going away, so that's a good sign, right? All right. So did I fix that, or I just make it worse? Or does this go down here? It's fixed is better way to fix. Okay. All right. So then if I come out, does that mean I'm going to see? And that's, let's see, under window. My window. All right, so I got that. Cool. Okay. So that's the start. Look at that. That's the first time I've done that. Yeah, that just makes a new window. Hey, dude, one small step for man, one giant leap for an animator. Yeah. Not much for you, but, you know, for me, that was pretty snazzy. All right, now add a void on GUI. Let's do it. All right, and then I need to do it down below here, like so. Okay, got it. So this is gonna be like the world's most boring tutorial for you guys, but it's helping the crap out of me for sure. So I'm incredibly appreciative of this thing. So yeah, this has always been a black box for me, is trying to add something to the editor like this. All right. I think he's typing away. Let's see. Yeah, get existing open window, or if not, make a new one. That's pretty cool by itself. All right. Then I go back. Also got to go back and figure out what the heck I broke on that stupid lava flow. All right, sneak back over here for a second. I get the sense you're typing right now, so I'm going to amuse myself with looking at this in the meantime. All right, and he's... Why is that off? Splash group is at 11. Which our length is 13. So that should be 12. That's still off. Why? Sprite mask is 1/3. That's correct, and that one's correct. Weird. I need a moment to remember how to reference. No worries, man. I got plenty to keep me busy. Oh, I never turned my music back on, did I? Sorry about that. Let that run in the background. Actually, while you're thinking and while I'm thinking about what I screwed up here, since it used to work. That's the worst, man. You kind of go, hey, look. No, seriously, it used to work. I promise you, it actually did. I'm going to duck out for a quick restroom break. So, yeah, hang tight. I'll be back in just a sec. Alright, I'm back. My bow took advantage of the time to toss the disc one more time. Alright. So, obviously this has to do with the fact that I made that adjustment with the on-enable, which completely threw it off in the editor. So, what I want to find out is what's happening at what point, I think. I think it may be a race issue where it's just kind of coming back up and might be fighting it. Start versus the unenable. Because by default, let's see, and there's probably, let me check here. Oh, wait a second. I think I just answered my own question. Because if we look at the prefab by itself, I bet you it's going to say it's -11 by default. Lava group top. He says, oh shoot, no, it's nothing. Really? Alright, missed that bet. So it should be flow length -1. So then, who the heck? Yeah, flow length -1. Oh, but it's not getting the data yet, is it? It's probably not getting updated. Okay. Let's figure this out. Question, your tile maps, are they name tagged anything special? Absolutely. Let's go back into levels underground. I think I'm pretty consistent with my naming. The platform tiles are tilemap_platforms. Like that. And then lava, which, let me double check that. Yeah. Tile map lava. So that's the lava one. And then finally is cover. Now I might be a little inconsistent, but I can go ahead and just rename it on individual levels if I've foobarred that. So I know my case sensitivity is kind of all over the map there, but yeah, and originally I had the cover iterated at #1 because I was thinking about doing like multiple, and I did that once, but that's kind of one of those things that I'm not going to revisit again. But because I already have that, where I have one where it has like a 1 and a 2, I think leaving the cover 01 is probably a good move. But there you go. Those are my 3 tile map names right there. Alright, so let's come back out here. Like so. Alright, let's see what we get here. He loads up. We see here too. Okay, so only the second one. That's fascinating. And tag. Oh, sorry. Yeah, fair enough. Give you that 1 sec. Let me bring it back up so I don't tell you the wrong name. Platforms. So platforms is just platforms. So for wait, oh, you went tag. So yeah, it's the same. So platforms is platforms. Lava is, I think, lava flow. Let's see. Tile maps is okay. Yeah, and that's lava. And then finally cover is just platforms as well. I'm not sure if that's going to cause an issue. The fact that the cover is also the same name. I did that just because they're both colliders. So cover and platform are basically the same thing. The only difference is cover goes away when you hit the magic breakable block. So I'm not sure if that's going to kind of foobar the code there. And if that's something that I have to change, I can do it if I need to reassign him to a different tag name. Because I never thought about that being an issue. It was actually, to me, it was better to have them consolidated since they're behaving kind of in a similar fashion in terms of collisions. But you can tell me if that just totally screws stuff up. While Maboog goes crazy with the frisbee. Need one of them to be 3 different consistent things. Okay, fair enough. In that case, let's just make the last one cover. Like that. So, platforms, lava, and cover. And then I'll just go back through my levels and re-switch that. I'll produce that right now. So, and then a lot of these are actually unused by me. Originally I was using the Corgi 2D system, and it throws in a bunch of stuff, which a lot of that I've kind of yanked out. But let me just add one more here. We'll call this cover. There you go. 270? Seriously? Maboog, you up to 270 now? Jeez, man, you really are destroying it. Alright, so now I do have a cover, so I'll just have to remember to go manually through and switch all the covers actually over to cover. So, okay. Now the 3 elements are separate. Maboog, you're so funny, buddy. See, I'm starting to do that. Actually, the real throwing the disc for her, I'm starting to do it less just because it's starting to get cold here, and I hate cold. I hate cold. It gets 120 degrees Fahrenheit for me, I'm fine. But when it gets cold, man, I'm miserable. So, she's getting virtual workout more than she's in real life these days. That's good. I'll tell her that she's worked out. She can just sit in the corner and sleep more. Okay. So only 2 was getting fired off here. Right. So where's my flow length coming from if not? Excuse me. Alright, so let me check back here again to my prefab for the lava flow. Excuse me. Sorry, too much carbonation. Lava spot group top. My move's just going nuts. And oh, I think. Oh, yep, that was a miss. Sorry, buddy. You're still crushing it though. He's gonna run away with it. Okay. So what I was going to look at was the lava flow is set to 11. Oh, okay, here it is. So I'm just not pulling in the data yet. That's what's happening. So when I load data, I got to refresh. So if I just do a restart lava flow, that should be enough.
Oh, you're kidding me. What?
Oops. Let me get in the right script. That helps. All right, import data. I was trying to load, but it's import data. Okay. Let's see. So that's good. Platform, ground, lava flow. Okay, so that's where I'm doing it. So at this point, maybe if I refresh at this point, it will be good. I've been practicing HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, and soon UI design. Sweet, man. Congrats on that, man. I said it before, I say it again. I mean, you're starting at a young age, and I'm envious that you're getting a head start on that. But that's cool. I also think it's very cool that you're kind of not focusing on just one language, but spreading out. That'll definitely give you a lot more range in what you can do. Yeah, a heck of a lot more than I can do. Oh well. Okay, so what I'm gonna do here is lava flow group. I'm pulling on the script. Yes. All right. So let me just do this. Let's go. Might do Java next. Oh, sweet. Yeah, so I mean, if you want to do some web stuff, you'd be, yeah, between the HTML and the Java, you'd be pretty much rocking. Restart lava flow. That should refresh the values. Good. So once that's in, hopefully that fixes the fact that it was off. Let's see if that... It's way too much math. Shoot, it didn't do it. All right. That's strange. Okay, so it's here too. So let's restart. Okay, so we have that. But it should be run a second time. Because we're... Let's go... Okay, so I'll leave him. Lava flow. That's correct. Alright. Is this not getting executed, maybe? I think the level editor is just awesome. Thanks. I really hope I really hope it's worth the time and effort that I'm putting into it. It was one of the things that I completely underestimated. And this isn't my first level editor. That's the worst thing. But I thought this was going to be a little simpler so I could knock it out faster. But it's obviously taken a lot longer than I wanted it to. But the upside is that I can publish this in WebGL and let other people join in the misery of trying to make levels for this thing. But yeah, right now I'm in the middle of it. I'm kind of wondering, it's like, geez, man, should I just shut up and just made all the levels manually? At least I would be making levels, but I don't know. Hopefully it pays off. All right. So I say let's refresh lava flow. And I should see this. This should get executed. And if not, then I'm totally confounded. Okay, it did. Oh, but... Oh, wait a second. Oh, wait. I know why. Because I'm trying to call a looping enumerator kind of thing, which is just stupid on my part. So I'll just call the on enable command, and then because I'm no, actually wait, that is correct. It's not a looping. It's not I thought it was a for a while kind of thing, but did I not restart lava flow? Oh, because I'm in editor mode. All right. So state. Tell you what, I'll just put this down here like this. There. Throw it down here. If in editor mode, then let's put it in editor mode. That should fix it. Okay. I think that's going to address it. Because I was kicking it off the second time, but because it knew it was in editor mode. Okay. So it fixed that, but we're not in idle mode. So part of the way there. If it succeeds, it will save you a lot of time later on and will get more people engaged. That's true. Well, I'm not sure if I'll actually... I was thinking more in terms of like hiring people out to help make the levels for the game. But that's something I guess I could look at too, is once the game is out, having user develop levels, which was what I intended on my previous one that I had that I built a level editor for. But yeah, I think that's a fantastic way of also expanding the life of a game, is having it the ability to, import or have user levels, right? Then you could just put a bunch of stuff. If you could like have a collection of levels that you like and just have them randomly thrown together, I think that'd be a cool thing. All right, so I fixed one part. Now we see that is behaving correctly, and that's behaving correctly. But the downside is the fact that he shouldn't be flowing right at the beginning. So he's flowing there, but he should be stopped. So if I select him and hit done, then he goes back to idle. So, okay, I know it. Gonna go to idle mode. Start. Let's see. Oh, let me just let me check on the enable on disable. No. Rotate clockwise. Where the crud do I purge it out? Editor inflow. There it is. There it is. Just say editor inflow. Boom. Okay, that'll shut it down. I think I just fixed everything that was bugging me about the lava flow. So now it should not be flowing. It's in idle mode. Jerk, you made me a liar. Bastard. I thought I had that. Alright, so we're here to... Crossfade. Auto gush. False, false. A year ago, I thought games were made with more than 100 people and them just designing the game and not a lot of code. Why was I wrong? Well, I mean, in fairness though, there's still, I mean, you're right about the first part. I mean, there are definitely the AAA titles, right? There are hundreds of people making the games, but you know, a fraction of that crew is doing nothing but code. But I think I mentioned before, but the new Cyberpunk game, the one with Keanu Reeves, I read somewhere that it had literally like 900 man years worth of art content created for that game, which just that number alone is just a mind-boggling number, right? So I mean that means even if you had the equivalent of like 900 people, right? That's a year's worth of work for 900 people, right? But I mean, obviously they didn't have 900 artists, so if they had like half of that, you know, 475, that means 2 years worth of constant work of over 400 artists just to make all the art content for that game. So no pressure for them to make a fantastic game. Can't imagine the millions, hundreds of millions they've obviously spent to make that game, but everything on it looks amazing so far, so I hope it's fantastic. If nothing else, there's going to be a ton of content to just walk around in for sure. Alright, so if I'm in the state, editor mode is true, right? Editor end flow. So I think I've just got something that's conflicting with it, and they're fighting at the same time. My boob's still trying to get on a roll here. Let's see if he pulls it off. Yep. There he goes again. Editor inflow. So what the heck? Oh, wait. I think I know because it's start. And if we're in edit mode. Oh, okay. So maybe because he's not in editor mode to begin with. Weird. Okay. Editor. Alright, do I have that public? If so. Really? It is public. Sweet. Alright. And this is where we're loading all the stuff in, so oh, I'm doing it right there. I'm saying editor mode equals true. Right? So who the heck is switching it back to false? That's what I want to know. Because that's the only reason it would be spouting at the beginning here. So we come up here. No, editor mode is... What the heck? If you're in freaking editor mode, why are you freaking running? She's catching it because I secretly fly over from London and give her food, then come back without... and no one's suspecting me. Well, I wouldn't know. Except my mom. I wouldn't know because I'm actually on the flight path for the airport here in Las Vegas. So, I mean, that would actually work because we literally have dozens of planes that fly directly over my house. So, yeah, all you got to do is just, like, you know, discreetly open up a door or window on final approach and just kind of drop it at the right time. And yeah, you would keep her happy. And just have a little note on there that says from you. Because she's a smart dog. She could read. So you just say, from Mabu, with love, catch the disc. And she'd help you out. Alright. So we're in idle mode. But it's still going. Okay. Oh, because I don't want it to be in editor mode. So that's my issue, I think. Let's go lava flow. Double check our modes here. Editor. Flow state. State equals if, and we are in editor mode, so then like that. Begin flow. Okay, that's where it's fighting me. Because that's overriding it. Alright. Yeah, that's what I gotta do. Okay, I see. This is where it's fighting me. Alright, so I was right the first time. I just need to get this stuff set up. Say, editor, inflow. This I can throw up here. As well as this and this. So I'll put this up here. Before that, else, throw this in here. Boom. There it is. That's what I want right there. All right, that fixes everything. That one. Okay, now I actually feel confident that I fixed it. My town is growing so big. There are double-decker buses now, and me and my friends were so shocked. We only see them in major cities and towns. Figured out what you need. Oh, sweet, cool. We soon will become a small city. Well, that's cool. I mean, unless that's not what you want, I'm not sure, but. I mean, I enjoy, I mean, I'm in Vegas, so I mean, I enjoy the whole city thing, but I also enjoy being outside the city in a little suburb type area, so I get the best of both worlds. Speaking of which, I'm going to go into town tonight, go watch myself a concert, live concert, so that'd be fun. Actually, I think we already are. So back to your Windows script when you're ready. Sweet. All right, I mean, Control S, that's always a wise thing to do occasionally, and we're back, Alright, throw me some coding magic, buddy. I'm ready for it. So above the menu item attribute. Okay, above here. Got it. I'm going to add string data. Like so. Got it. With you so far. Then inside your on GUI, let's come down here. All right. Throw it at me. Got it. Text area. Data height. Okay. Let's see. Ah. Get component tile map. It's complaining about the tile map. Did I miss a line? Or just remove and re-edit the last. Let's see, top. Just remove and edit the last tip. let's see. Component tile map. Got it. Yeah, that makes sense. Like so. And errors go away. Alright. So far, so good. Oh, this is so freaky, man. I feel like I'm like wandering into a digital forest that I've never gone into before. Removing and adding the last bracket will format the script. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, doing the old like that. Yeah. Yep. Gotcha. Yeah, let it do the work for me. Gotcha. All right. So far, we're looking good. No errors. All right. So he's grabbing a whole bunch of data right now, about to throw it up there and just confuse the crap out of me. But this is fantastic, man. I'll use this as a template in the future, too, when I want to try and add anything. Definitely the first time. You were speechless? You were speechless that I'm actually writing code that doesn't screw up? Now use your load logic here. Oh, gotcha. Wow, okay. Got it. All right, so then I'll just say it's going to automatically come from player prefs. How about that? String all data. You can then paste the data into the text field in the window and push the button. No freaking way. It finds the game objects with the 3 tags for you. All right, I'm gonna grab all this. I'm sure I'm gonna get some errors because but I'm gonna have a bunch of undefined variable errors, aren't I? I'm assuming. Oops, I don't want that last one. Just want that. So I'm gonna do that. Throw that down at the bottom. Give myself a little space on either side, and this is gonna blow up on me, I think. Let's see. Yeah. I wish this guy can be my code genie. I wish I had the cash and I would just hire him. Just say, here, dude, make this not suck. And my grandfather. Me too. Okay. Yeah, so the only catch here, though, is I'm going to have a ton of undefined variables, I think, right? So I just got to bring all that stuff over. So I'm just going to assume that it's all stored in the player prefs. So I'll work off of that. So that means we don't have to worry about that breaking on me. I'm just getting you to the editor parts. No, no to which part? Platform tiles. No to player prefs. Oh crap. Okay, so it's gonna be because I'm copy pasting. All right. All right. So then how would I actually grab that data then from the copy paste? I'm going to need more code for that, aren't I? Let's see. So all data, we'll just say is all data is equal to, and then this is where it's going to get the from the copy paste section. Data is the value I pasted in. All right, but how do I actually denote that? Excuse me. How do I grab that pasted text as a variable? Because it would be here, so I basically say equal to the pasted text. It's already done. Okay. Okay. Oh, the data. Oh, it's this guy. All right. So, and is that going to be a string array? A string value? It is. Sweet. Okay. Then tell you what. It would make life easier if I just go ahead and rename this all data. If that's cool with you. Because then that fixes a lot of my code. Is that all right? Yeah. Cool. That's going to make a lot of those red squiggly lines go away down below. So that's a good start for me. Sweet. All right. Yeah. I'm sorry. I missed that up here. I'm with you now. All right. So then we just got to declare some of these variables. Platform tiles. Undo the 3 names you did a moment ago. Okay. You talking about the all data stuff? Undo that? Switch it back to data? Is that what you're saying? Yes. Oh, okay. Okay. And then just, what? Rename, anytime I come to all data, rename that back to data then? So instead of switching the data to all data, take all data and switch it to data. Put your cursor on the data. Okay. Click on it. Oh man, you're doing like the science fiction magic Gandalf stuff now, aren't you? Control RR. Control RR. Oh, that didn't do much. Oh, I didn't write. Oh, shit. Okay, I'm on it. Go Control RR. Okay. Got it. Wow. Now type all data. And there it does for 3 changes. Gotcha. So you're just demonstrating the fact that you can do that automatically, and I got it. And rather than doing like a find replace, which would do it anytime it sees the text, it actually does it in contextual fashion. So it looks for the real variable and not just anytime it finds the text. I get that. That's magic, man. I've seen it done before, but I've never seen how they did it. So now I get that. It's Control RR. Sweet. You know, I got to write that down because I will forget. I'm old and I drink too much diet soft drink, which means my brain is going anyways. So, sweet. All right. So, platform tiles. Let me figure out what the heck that one is. Oh, yeah. That's my... here we go. So, platform tiles, underground... shoot. Okay, now this might be a complication because the way I've been doing it is I've been having some preloaded elements in there, some prefabs attached to the script. So that might, I guess, it's gonna get a little more complicated, unfortunately. Automatically, I want that in the English dictionary. Yeah, I use it way too frequently because most of the stuff, right? You know, anything that you can't, any science that can't be defined is referred to as magic, or magic is just science you can't define, whatever the term is. All right, so part of the complication, the way I was doing it, let me show you my level editor here. Yeah, I know you hate it. Just go away. There. So what I was doing was sort of like bringing in the tiles here, right, as prefabs that I would be using. And shoot. So they were all kind of preloaded, right? Ready to be dropped in where they needed. So I'm not sure. Let's see. I'm not sure the best way. I mean, would it be easier if I make this script actually access the level editor script and grab the prefabs that are already preloaded? So that way it has access to it? Is that the smart move? Tell me, I'm going to start typing that, and if I'm going the wrong direction, let me know. But, yeah, you could try. Okay, cool. So, let's see. Oh, but then I have to repoint it. Or maybe I could, no, I could just import the data over into the variables. We could do it that way. So, let me just grab these guys for a second. Tile map. So, I'll throw this here. So, I have these guys, the legit. So, now a lot of these errors are going to go away, but they're still going to have no data. So, then what I want to do is, obviously, we'd have to access that. So, let's go, yeah, I can't type. I cannot type. Level editor script. So then on GUI. So then I guess it doesn't matter which order I do it in, but in theory, level editor script is equal to game. No, not game controller, you jerk. Read my brain, man. Come on. IntelliSense. I want it to be IntelliSense here. Find. And it's lowercase level. And that's going to be string. Editor. Like so. Get component. And I know this will crash and burn if I don't have it there, but I shouldn't be using it unless it's loaded anyways. So get component. And hopefully this does look in the hierarchy in the current project scene. Gotta go, be back. All right, buddy, I'll be here. So get component. Oops, do not need quotes for this one. Level editor. Editor. Like so. There. Right. Right idea. Put it into the if statement, though. Not the. Got it. Got it. Got it. That would. See, that just makes sense, man. You're just trying to be logical. That's just driving me nuts. Okay. So then we can do that. And then at this point, then we can actually transfer all the stuff over. Unless I was stupid and didn't make these. They're public. Hey, they are public. So then I could just go ahead and go. Do I have to actually dim these, or will it auto dim when I copy it over? Let's try it. Platform tiles. Dim is VB. Verboten. Will that automatically do a dim, or do I need to just like figure out the length of the other one and oh. All right, do I need to specify the initialize it? So this way, platform tiles is equal to new tile base length. So you can tell me, is that line necessary, or will it just automatically kind of transfer to platform tiles? Right. So yeah, that's what I'm doing here. So I was just asking though, I mean, do I need to initialize the variable, or is it just going to pick it up and automatically? No. No to which part? We need this stuff to be more perfectly in sync. It's already there. Oh, okay, good. So that's redundant. That's what you're saying, right? That's completely unnecessary. It will just throw in. Got it. Cool. All right, in that case, let's just go down the line then. Let's just do this. Underground. Canyon and lava. These are the three that I actually really care about. And it helps when you do it at the right one. There. Sweet. All right, so now we have all the data just imported in. So that's a fantastic start. So that's cool. So I can actually have it reference the level editor and grab the stuff it needs. You know what? Actually, okay, it won't really matter. Because these three start off empty anyways, but if nothing else, it'll initialize them for the right number of items length. So that's cool. All right, and then I'm going to clear this out since we know that's not going to ever be a necessity. You set canyon to lava, did I? Level editor script. Yeah, but it's no good if I don't put mistakes in there. You know, if it's mistake free, then it's obviously not my code. I like putting stuff in there that's broken. It gives me something to fix. Thank you. Good catch. That's wow, man. Better eyes than I got. And I'm typing the stupid code in front of me. Nice catch. All right, so let's find out current environment. All right. So then I need to, I'd assume I need to match all this stuff too. Right? So that I'm going to put up here, right? No? No, I don't need to initialize all that stuff? Okay. How to say? So I can not do it this way. I can just sort of... You want the current environment. But not the enum. Okay. But I mean, how? Okay, but I mean, the current environment, I still have to declare that as an enum variable, don't I? So keep the second line, remove the first. Oh, gotcha. Got it. Oh, but wait. But then how do I declare that, considering I never established the enum? Dude, you're filling me with so much knowledge today. This is scary. So how do I make the, or do I pull that from the, oh, do I pull that from the other script? Is that what you're going to tell me? Yeah, there it is. I did. I actually guessed that before you typed it. So, level editor, like that. And then I got to do it over here as well, right? Like so? Right? Bingo. Sweet. So then, and then, let's see. No, don't put a period in there, dumma. All right. And then, so this one I could just do, although this may not be public, I may have to actually shift that level editor script to not, what? Typo. Now he's good. That one I definitely did make public, I'm sure. I did make it public. Hey. 2 points for laziness. Alright, so I'm guessing this is the fastest way to go through this, right? And there's not some little magic button I hit and it just makes everything work perfectly. Sweet. Everything's... I love it. Everything is just perfectly public already. Current environment, so then... no, you're stuck doing this way. Dude, it's still exponentially faster than I thought it could be anyway, so... this is me not complaining at all. Alright, platform tile map. Wait, what? Okay, oh, we gotta do that too. Let's drag that bad boy over. And we'll line it up the same we did for the other. Grab these guys. Do that first, and we'll do this down here. Yeah, I know you hate it. Give me a second, you jerk. There. You happy now? Oh, really? Like that. Like that. Good. I had found those for you. Oh, really? Oh. Oh. Hey. Let me pull up my dictionary. Hey, look at this. I looked under the word redundant. It says see redundant. Okay. Oh, so it's just so yeah, so if I just change the name for these guys, then would be cool there. Oh shoot, I did forget about breakable, but that's no big deal. That's just a one-off actually. You know what? I don't need that. I can do that manually. Most of this is breakable. All right. So, yeah. So, tell me if I'm off base, but if I just do that, or we gotta do the RR thing again. Yes. Let me back up. I think you're about to tell me that. This is fine? Oh, okay. Because aren't we gonna be... Oh, but no, the rest of the code is mine. Come on, doofus, pay attention. What does redo on this one? Control Y. Alright. Alright. Got it. So where's our next red? Way down here, lava flow group. Alright. Remove your defines at the top. Oh, these guys? Got it. Right, because you're doing it down there. Got it. Yep, once again, redundant comes to mind. In the Windows script? Not in your... Oh. Got it. Got it. Oops. I'm in the wrong stupid script, aren't I? So you're talking about these guys, right? Like so. And then Breakable can go away because we're not going to worry about him. Right? Gotcha. You were telling me to mark those out and leave yours. Got it. Okay. 6 of one, half dozen the other. I get it. All right. So I got confused because I was trying to find out the source of this guy, and I went over to my script. That's when I got off on the wrong foot there. So lava flow group. All right. So we're just talking game object for this bad boy. Yeah. So once we go through here, like so. All right. That's another chunk gone. Lava spout prefab. All right. Tell me, scream out if I'm going in the wrong direction in this stuff, but I think I'm behaving correctly here. Like that. Uh-oh. Why does it not? It's public. Let's see. I don't know your load logic, and I can only tell you how to reference at this point. Gotcha. No, we're doing fine. I just got to figure out... is inaccessible. Really? Lava spout prefab. He's public. Oh, right. Ah, there it is. Public. Fixed. Although that may lose the connection. That may break it, so I may have to come back and put that back in. We'll see. Go away. Alright. Fixes him. Lava flow script. Ready for a new trick? I don't know, man. You're already rocking my brain enough as is. Yeah, sure. What you got? Let's go. Like so. Just so I know where my switch off point is. Script. Oh. Script. Done. It's another one down. Alright, glommer. Yeah, so each of these are different extra components that get read in. It's nice to have them in, but the key thing, obviously, for me is just getting the tiles. That's the biggest headache. If you're on a reference to a thing that's defined like level text on push 12. Yeah, actually, I did know that one. I tend to go like this way and get to it. Go to definition. I always forget it's F12, so I always go right and then go to it. But I did know that one actually. But thank you for that. So glommer group, we gotta do that one as well, and glommer script. So yeah, actually I had one out of the 4,879 items you show me today. That one actually I did know before. I'm tempted just to actually knock these items out because I know how this works now. And I'm more interested in kind of progressing on and just getting the tiles import correctly. If I can get tiles in, then I'm pretty much like beside myself anyways. So Glamour Group, Glamour Script. See if it screams about either of those. No, it doesn't like that. What did I call it? Oh. Typo. Now it's happy. Better to finish because it won't compile until... Well, I was just going to remark it out. I was going to... so, Glamour Prefab. Let me add that one too. Because all I have is the QTC. Oh, that's the only one I have left. Oh, and Portals. So I have 2 more items after this. So, 5 more errors. You're almost done. Good point. Okay. I might as well, right? I didn't think I was that close to the end. So, good point. All right. Why do we not get the prefab on that? Okay, it's other place. No. Yep. Okay. He's not. Where's my Glamour Prefab? Serialized field. Try that again. Whoops. All right. So now QTC, group, and prefab. Like so. Oh, do the first one because I know this one should work. All right, and then QTC prefab, which I'm pretty sure I'm going to lose this one because he's probably serialized as well. No, he's not. Well, okay, that just made me a liar. All right, QTC is done. And that's the food, by the way, cans of food that you come across, which is short for quadrotriticale, which is why I say QTC. Because even after a couple of years, I still mispronounce it every freaking time. Let's say portals and portal prefab. Prefab. All right. That might be everybody. Let's see. That was everybody. Holy crap. All right. So let me come back out here. Let's see. Oh, I have foreground lava cover, so in theory that might. You can see where errors are. Red. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, so if I go like. Oh, right there. Never even paid attention. I always go back. I guess because I started with Unisite back in the day. My boob is back. I always started with Unisite and and then Mono Develop, and it seems like the only time you got your updates is when you actually went back to the editor and got the actual. But I'm pumped. Hey, back. I'm geek. Okay, so I hit Control S, and if I hit play. Oh wait, no. What am I doing? Force a habit. I don't hit play. I go window, my window. Import. Actually, I should make something, shouldn't I? Because I don't think I have anything in my buffer. No. So let's make a quick level. So, put Glommer in here just because I can. Done. Platform. Put some platforms underneath them. I'll do this officially. Like so. Make his range correct. I think that's correct. Ooh. Yeah. Fine. Good enough. Export level. Throw in my notepad so I know it's there. All right. So then we go window. My window. Import. Oops. Paste. Then import. Tag platform is not defined. So import. Oh, did I not? Let me check that. Foreground. Platforms. Platforms. I think it's because it's supposed to be plural. Platforms. Lava. I mean, I call that lava. I thought I called that. Okay. Inconsistency there. Sorry about that. I called it lava flow and not lava. So let me fix that. I'll have to make sure that I'm. You know what? I'm going to leave that as lava. I'm going to fix this. Because this is wrong. That should actually be lava and not lava flow. And cover is cover. But I didn't switch him. So it's a cover. There. Saying didn't find the game object. Check your tags. Yep. I'm with you. I did find that one pretty fast. Windows. Let's try this again. My window. Import. Platform is not defined. But, oh, did I hit Control S? I thought I did. Must not have. There it is. Holy crap! Holy crap, that worked! Oh my god, I'm sorry. Don't mean to look stunned or anything, but holy crap, that worked! Oh my god, that really does change everything for me right there. I've been doing designs on UA design tools, and I'm going to use Figma. Figma? I haven't even heard of Figma, but sorry, dude. I gotta celebrate. Geek, dude, that was utterly amazing, right? I just threw it out there, right? Just kind of going, how do I get the stuff out and into the editor when you're not in runtime? I didn't actually expect anyone to come through for me. Geek, dude, you are my hero, buddy. You are my absolute hero. That changes so much for me, right? Because that means anyone that throws together a level for me, boom, I can just bring it in and test it. Yeah, it could be your hero. Absolutely, man. That is, as far as I'm concerned, man, that's borderline magic for me. That is just so cool. And your secret genie. Dude, that is absolutely amazing. That is so cool. That is absolutely so cool. So that's it. I never knew how to add stuff in the editor. And, I mean, dude, you made it. So here's the bit. Oh. Let's see. May I talk to you in Discord? Yeah, absolutely, dude. Yeah. Oh, which, by the way, a little tardy. I never sent the Discord announcement to say, hey, guys, I'm streaming. I'm only 2 hours late. Brilliant. Dude, I've been doing this over a year, and I still absolutely suck at it. That's just terrible. All right, so if I hit play... Oh. Wait. Hit play. Look at that. It's just there. I can't believe that actually works. That is so cool. Oh, in your voice channel. Oh. Okay. Let me get it set up. I have no idea what audio I got working right now. Hold on. There it goes.
Hello.
Hey.
Hola.
Hola.
Okay. So here's the thing.
Hmm?
You currently have two separated load logics, right?
Okay.
That's a bad thing. You don't want to ever do code twice.
Gotcha.
Especially if you can avoid it. So all of that stuff we just did is actually pretty useless to you right now. Well, not right now, but the moment you decide to try to improve your level save load design.
Okay.
So what'll end up happening, 2 days from now, you're going to be like, dang it, this new thing doesn't work in my level save load thing, right? And then so you're going to go into your level editor, you're going to fix it all, and you're going to be like, job's done, it works in the game, right? And then you're going to come back to use the load and level thing, and it's going to be completely busted and broken and not load things correctly because you just changed how it works.
Right.
See what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
All right, so that concept's in play. Let's take a quick look at your level editor script real quick.
Okay. Where you want to go?
Inside the level editor, where do you actually perform the load logic?
Right here. Import data.
Okay, so where is it obtaining its read information? Or is it actually doing the get the string part?
Right here. So where it's doing it basically looks and it says, okay, if player prefs has data stored, right, then it pulls it from player prefs. Otherwise, it pulls it from the copy buffer.
Okay, so, and then after that, it does what? String array equals all data array.
Yep. And just chops it all up.
Okay. So what you can do here to make it easier so you don't have to deal with that whole bit of is it here, is it there, is it whatever, we can make it a ton easier and do a lot less work actually in the editor script and do it all inside of your level editor script. Wow, that's going to be using fast. Anywho, if we pretty much stop your import data after you figure out which data you are going to get, but before you define the new array for all data array.
Okay.
And then create a new method to handle a string that's already been, found. So pretty much public void import data string all data.
Okay. So rather than
argument, then that particular method can be used elsewhere, like say the editor window where we paste in that data.
Okay.
So all we have to do is pass in the string from either the import data method up here to the new method that's going to call the string, or from the editor window, and we just pass over the string.
Got it. So in essence, what you're saying is basically sort of like bypass this route and just pop up the window, and then just paste it in there, or
go ahead and close the curly bracket for me real fast, right where you're at.
that.
And then create, and then well, no, I mean like the
Oh, above.
right hand side of the curly bracket, right where you are. Like actually type in the character to end that method.
I'm sorry. Say again.
Type in the curly brace character to end the method.
Oh, got it.
And then right underneath that, do public void import data. And then inside the parentheses, instead of a bool, you're going to do a string. You're going to name that string all data. And then, yep, just like that, perfect. Now, your load method is going to do pretty much the same thing, but now we just need to go back inside of the import data method above this one. What line would that be? 2099?
Right here. Yep.
And then on that line, you're going to call import data and pass it, and pass all data to that.
Got it.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Now, this is going to do literally the exact same thing your code was doing before, except now the code just needs a string. So the first one allows you to find the string.
Mm-hmm.
The second one uses the string to load the information in.
Got it.
So it's literally the exact same thing. We're just separating that particular section of logic. That's it.
Got it.
Then you can go back into the editor script. And we can pretty much everything inside of the if statement we can delete.
Inside the if statement?
Yep, all that logic we worked so hard to fix. The only thing you want to keep is reference to the level editor scripts. So where you're defining the level editor scripts.
Yeah, here? Okay.
So that's going to be the only thing that we actually want is to keep, is just that one thing. So put that to the top of the if statement and then remove everything else.
Put that to the top of the if statement.
Okay, so right there, it already is at the top of the if statement.
Yeah.
So level editor script there equals find blah blah blah. We're going to leave that part, and everything else inside of this, delete.
Sure.
From here down?
Line, what is it? 47 down.
Oh, from 47 down.
Yes.
Oh, jeez.
Literally, the only thing you want right now is just that level editor script, nothing else. Alright. So that should, yeah, that'll work. And then you can, we're not going to worry about removing the variables, but you can do that too.
Okay.
So now underneath the level editor script, you're simply going to do that level editor script dot import data. And then you're going to pass it all data.
Just as simple as that.
Yes.
Dude, you make this look way too easy.
It is way too easy.
Okay, let's go into animation sometime, okay? And then get on my side of the fence.
Dude, honestly, I would adore you if you could actually teach me animation. Problem is, I'm colorblind and I can't draw.
Well, I'm a marginal drawer. I'm a 3D animator. Been doing it for 20
cool.
years, so, you know.
Now that this is done, let's go ahead and test it, make sure that my logic is actually sound and it does exactly what I say it's going to do.
All right.
Make sure to say.
I'm colorblind too.
Yeah, it's sad, isn't it?
Yeah, it's very sad, bro.
let's see. So I gotta actually clear this stuff out, I guess.
So fucking sad.
Who is that speaking? Is it
If you use the Borg, I can't say his name.
Boravoje? Are you? All right, you got me something now. Okay, try and focus.
You're in the process of deleting things.
Yeah. Let me
Try
just get rid of
to
these.
do Alt F4.
Nobody falls for that anymore, man.
No, not so
No.
much. All right. Foreground.
No, try it. You should try it. You learn from your mistakes.
Alright.
There you go. I'm not sure who that was.
No idea. He's in your game. And he's back.
I have to
Yep.
check.
There. All right. Mute works as well. I'm not sure who that was. I'm not sure if that's like one of the guys from the Twitch stream or what, but okay. I'll figure it out later. I can only focus on so much at a time. All right. So,
So now you should be able to play, edit it, export, import, and it should still work exactly as it did before
all right.
while you're in play mode.
Right. So I'm just grabbing my previous level stuff that I had before. So go here. Oh God.
Yeah,
Sorry.
that should work as well.
God, force a habit. So my window, paste, import, and there it is, dude. Like you said. So it rather than doing its own redundant two scripts, it jumps over to the other and does it over there.
Yeah, it's doing the exact same thing as what your current script is going to be doing, because it's literally calling that. It's going to that script. It's finding it. Right after it finds it, it takes whatever data you pasted in the text box and passes it over.
That is so cool, man. I did not think in my wildest dreams I'd be able to pull that off, but only because you helped. I literally, because I mean, I went digging and I could not find any info on it. But I mean, you make it look so simple, but you know, for someone that can't find anything on Google for it, that was insanely helpful.
Well, the majority of the hard part, honestly, was like the Windows stuff. That's honestly because that's all in the Unity docs.
Yeah.
But getting the game object from the scene, that was the part I was like, wait, how do I do that again?
Yeah.
And I had to stop and think about that for like 10 minutes, which is actually kind of embarrassing for me. You know, let's see, how would you it would be like it would be like forgetting how to make a transition inside of an animation. That's what I just did.
Got it.
Okay.
All right. I'm not sure what. I think I screwed up I mean, hit Control Z there for a second. I think I just screwed up my layer level. So, excuse me. There it is. Platform.
So I thought we were gonna have to do this the hard way, but since you had level logic already pretty much available, it was pretty simple.
For
Much
you.
simpler than-
You made it look easy, but dude, I'm extremely appreciative, man. That is just fantastic. That opens up so much more, because I literally thought it'd be one of those things like I said, use the editor, make it, do a screen capture, and then just clone it, you know, mimic it. But I just
no.
that's so
too much effort.
yeah. All right, let's see. I didn't do anything.
Minimal effort. That's how we do things.
when you know what you're doing, absolutely. All right, let me bounce out of here. Let me go over to Canyon, don't save, and then go back into level editor, because I think I mucked something up there, but my window. Do that one more time. Import. All right. Yeah. Okay, good. I'm not sure how I messed up the layers there a second ago, but that's working beautifully. So, dude, that is absolutely insane, man. That is so cool.
You honestly did all the hard work already. I just came in behind and took all the credit.
Well, no, but I mean, yeah, because like I said, I've never played with the editor before in terms of doing something to that. I mean, obviously, I have tons of plugins, and I know they all do the editor kind of stuff. But in terms of myself, that's a totally new field for me. But that was absolutely amazing, and something that is a great template for me.
That particular script, and I'll go through it with you real fast. It's honestly a very useful thing to understand.
Yeah.
Because the power of Unity isn't actually just Unity. It's the fact that you can build tools inside of it to do things.
Right.
So the important pieces here is that we're extending off of the editor window to be able to create the editor window, because we need all of that stuff.
Gotcha.
Then to create the menu item, we're obviously using that particular attribute on a static void. That's very important. That attribute needs to go into a static. It doesn't really matter what the name of this method is. We use init because it means initialize.
Right.
Hey, what a big shock. And just like the comment says here, we're grabbing the reference to the window. If one's already open, then we're going to grab it and open it up. If not, we're going to make a new one and open it up. It doesn't really matter. And then we show that window.
Got it.
That's literally what that line does. It just opens the bloody window. Then the on GUI is the next important bit.
Right.
That tells the editor what we're going to be doing when we display this particular window. So every frame that this window's on, because the Unity editor honestly works very much like Unity does, because it's based off the same footprint.
Got it.
So the on GUI here is pretty much called every frame inside the editor. We're setting the all data to be equal to whatever's inside of this text area field.
Right.
To make sure we have reference to it at any given point that we need it.
Right. And just, describe it. Yeah.
Because it's called every frame, we're going to be setting it outside of the on GUI, which is why it's defined above that.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Because otherwise it would just reset back to empty.
Got it. Oh, let me say, Ruins, man, thank you, buddy. Thanks for hanging out with me today. Take care of yourself. Have yourself a great weekend. Appreciate you hanging out. And I didn't look where you were in the penny score, but next week you can jump back in there, I'm sure. So, sorry, go ahead, man. That's Geek, man. Absolutely fantastic. I mean, now that I see it, I mean, because, that for me, it's been a total black box. Just to see just the basics of it, I can totally wrap my head around what you're talking about.
Yeah. So from there, I'm just grabbing the how big the window is, and I'm subtracting 50 from it so that I have enough room to put a button.
Got it. Yeah, from the height. Got it.
After that, I put the button. The if statement surrounding the button piece is, the button piece itself is just the display portion of it. The if is saying that if you actually click it, kind of thing. So the if is just saying don't do the part that's inside of here until you actually click. Gotcha. And then at this point, all we do is go, hey, where's the level editor? Let's tell it to import the data that we pasted.
So you didn't actually set any specific information for the button position. So by default, it just drops to the bottom?
The GUI layout that we're calling there handles all of that for us. We don't need to worry about it for the most part. If we were to remove the GUI layout.height part there inside of the editor inside of the text area, that would give you pretty much a single line text box, which would still work.
Right.
You wouldn't be able to use the carriage return kind of thing.
Gotcha.
Which some people like the ability to use that. And actually still read the text that they're writing.
Right.
So, that kind of thing. So, I figured, just giving it a text area would be fine. And that literally that's all you need.
Yeah. That is so cool, man.
But all in all, the actual lay it out, print it down for me, all of that part is actually done for us by the GUI layout.
Yeah.
We don't have to worry about it.
That's fantastic. All right, so I always do this because I'm always scared I'm going to break stuff, so that's why I remarked it out rather than delete it, but now that I see it works perfectly, this is all going bye-bye. Once again, non-trained hack programmer, so I'm always paranoid about nuking stuff. Excuse me.
You can actually get rid of most of your variables. The only one you need to keep 2 of them for your particular design at this point. You need to keep the level editor one, and you need to keep the all data one. Everything else above that can go.
All right, level data and all data. Where did I put all data?
It's up there somewhere. It's a string. It's actually up all the way at the top there.
Oh, oh, right there. Okay, yeah. Just like that.
That's it. That is your editor to import the data and pass it to the object and import the data.
That is just so crazy, man. Thank you so much. That is so cool. Yeah, that simplifies things. Absolutely.
Yeah. That was the whole idea. I wanted to let him go. I was gonna say it at the beginning, but he was like halfway got it. I'm like, nah, he'll get it in a minute. Nah, he'll get it in a minute. 3 years later, I'll get Discord and explain this.
Oh man. So one of the funny things though is now I'm kind of like in a bit of a catch-22.
What's that?
Because so what I'm doing obviously with this is just taking the tiles and dropping them in, right? But that's not using the rule tiles. So when I was doing it manually, I was doing all the rule tile stuff, right? So I was doing this, which is fantastic, except for the fact that it doesn't really work well in terms of what happens if you have like variations of stuff, right? Then it, if you try and drop in an individual one, right, it just breaks the crap out of it. So then I ended up doing like permutations of the rule override for like every possible combination. So the downside is that some of my previous levels I would probably want to recreate in this new format, because this now can come into these guys, right, and absolutely just do this with no problem, right? If I select the right level, foreground, there it goes. Yeah, so I can just come back in, and like I said, I talked about the fact that the level editor doesn't get me 100% of the way there. It gets me about 90%, but now at this point, I can just come in and just set dress, right? Add the variations to it, add the randomizations, and just like come in here and drop this stuff in, boom. Now I'm at 100%. So I will.
I don't even use the rule tile yet.
Yeah.
I haven't honestly looked into it too terribly much. Have you played with RPG Maker at all ever in the past?
I haven't. No, I have not. I'm familiar with it, but I haven't played with it.
Okay, there's a crap ton of assets out there for RPG Maker tiles, and they have this particular feature called the auto tiler, which allows you to make Final Fantasy VI-ish, Chrono Trigger-ish style auto tiles, which give you like the interior corner and then the outer corner. Now it doesn't do the random interior, but at the same point it would do like all of your corners and the fill and that kind of stuff for you. Whether it be an inner corner or an outer corner, it doesn't matter. It knows how to figure it out, do that.
Gotcha.
So I created a thing that takes those particular textures, uses their logic, strips them, applies them to a new texture, creating the 47 unique tiles that are needed to do this. And then creates what I've affectionately named the auto tile, and applies all of those sprites to it for me automatically. And then the auto tiler will use that array of sprites to select the correct tile for me.
Gotcha.
So it does essentially what the rule tile is doing for you,
right?
But I don't have to define it. I just need a picture.
Right. And you can see, here's the rule tile, and you can see you have to go into each individual tile and tell it where it does and does not work.
Yeah.
But for example, like I have ones where I have either a hard edge, right? Or, or I can have like a corner edge. which I don't even have on. Oh, here it goes. Yeah. So, I mean, like I have that, right? And there's no, because it's the rule tile, it's just like you have a tile, that's it, period, right? You know, and there's no way to override it without doing an override, but then the override kind of breaks in certain scenarios. So then I got to the point where I was just doing a rule tile for each individual one. I mean, you can see an insane amount, but, you know, now I can avoid that. But actually, you know what?
That's insane.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. I mean, you can see, like, literally, you can see what I'm doing here, right? So that way it just properly overrides like I want it to, but it's still in development kind of thing. I mean, it's not like they haven't released it as going, this is done, but using the level editor myself in my own rule tile approach, right? And then just coming in and being able to tweak it is just exponentially better. I wish I had this 5 months ago.
Yeah.
But
So I can actually hang on one sec.
actually, hold that thought. I'm going to do a quick restroom break. I'm going to duck out for just a second and dance a quick jig, but hang tight. I'll be right back in just a sec.
There it is.
All right. Okay, and I'm back.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
So I sent you a Unity package that has the auto tile thing that I was talking about, so you can see what I do.
Okay.
What I do is a lot easier for me, but I'm also not looking to go as in depth with the graphical portion of things.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Especially like, so for this one, that's one thing, right? But if we actually, let me do this. Excuse me. So oops. So clear level. If I go oh wow, they didn't clear. Okay. I got to check that out. I know why, because that needs to write. So let me just purge those guys out. Done. All right. So if I change backgrounds and I go to Canyon, for example, right? So this is a entirely different tile set. Now this one, where is the underground, this tile set, I specifically designed that it had to be two thick, right? It could never be one thick, which simplified things in terms of the number of tiles I need. But like in this case, so I switched to, where's my Canyon tiles? Oops, that's Canyon lava, Canyon tiles. There it goes. So you can actually see there's a lot more variation, right, and permutations here.
yeah.
You know, so so yeah, absolutely. I mean, because I have a very talented artist named Daniel who's been doing my tile art for me, and it's just one of those things that I asked for specifically. I thought it'd be fun to have like not only like diagonal, but also one that were like concave, so it can really mix up the different looks. And so yeah, I mean, it just in terms of like rule tiles though, it definitely confuses the crap out of any rule tile because there are just so many permutations. I mean, here I have it
Let me
set
show
up.
you what I'm doing. That way you can maybe come up with a different option for yourself.
Okay.
Because what I'm doing is, well, you'll see.
Okay.
In your DM, you should see the asset that I sent you.
Okay. Yeah, I do see it now.
If you load that into Unity,
Oh
you'll
shoot.
get all of that imported automatically
But
for you.
hang tight. I got the wife calling here. 1 sec. Hold on.
Sure. Failure's always an option.
All right. Sorry about that. Quick conversation with the wife, but all good now. All right. So
Are they able to hear me off the stream?
can they hear you? Or
Yes, I'm curious.
yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Because I'm pulling it off the desktop audio. Otherwise, I'd be having a weird conversation with myself. Like everyone be listening to like a phone call. Is that all right?
I know. I don't know. Silent, can you hear me? Let's find out.
Maybe.
Okay, there we go.
Yep, there you go. Yeah, because I got the Streamlabs running, and that's the first thing I was not sure about. But then I saw the desktop audio was bouncing, so yep, I thought we are good there. All right.
All right.
I just knocked this over, so it's probably gonna explode on me. No, it didn't. All right. So, sorry, go back to what you're saying about the Unity asset that you sent me.
Okay, so you know how to import those?
Yeah, absolutely. But give me 1 sec. Let me actually grab it. All right. Should I just start off with a new project or?
That's up to you.
Okay. Yeah. I'm sure it won't do anything, but just to be. Oops. New project. Call it auto tile. And 2D. Create.
Sure.
All right, there we go. My boob's still working away on the disc. He is addicted.
Silent's working being a slacker. No, he's a discid. Sorry, dad jokes.
I missed it. What was it?
He's a discid.
All right, maybe. That's weird. Do we create a new project or? Oh, it did. Create a new project and threw in the background. That was nice.
Yay, background.
Yeah. All right. Let's do this.
Did I actually remember to include the sprite?
Let's see. Sprites. Terrain. That bad boy? This one?
That'll work? Okay, yeah, that works just fine. Alright, so the way that this works, go to Window. And you should see the auto tile generator in there.
Or auto tile generator. See it?
Click it.
Oops. He's trying to move it.
Alright. And then with that, now open, go to sprites and click on that particular terrain sprite for me.
Okay.
That should automatically load. Yep, there it is. And then you should be able to, this one here should automatically register that it's a 32 by 32 tile set. So you should be able to from here just click the button.
All right, Silent Rob, man, thanks for coming by, buddy.
Ciao.
All right.
And so now it's going to ask you to pick a spot. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
So what this is going to do now is it's literally going to create a brand new texture for you
Mm-hmm.
and a tile script that
Oh.
utilizes that texture.
Wow. Okay. So I need to create a tile map now to play with it, or how do I actually play with?
You just use it like it's a regular tile. So you'll create a new palette. You'll create the tile map.
Okay. Oh. Okay. Oh shoot.
You want the window for the tile palette.
Yeah. Let's see. They moved it around. I was using earlier version, and it's.
Look under window.
Oh, is it? Oh, is it here? Oh yeah. Okay. 2D top palette. All right.
And then you can create the tile palette there.
What the heck? All right.
And then you can just grab the tile that it created for you and drop it in. No, that's the texture.
Oh, the
Terrain. It should be terrain 00 or terrain 01 or something like that.
yeah, 00 and 01. There's actually both.
Yeah. So drag. Yeah, there's two different tiles. There was two different auto tiles found in that.
Gotcha.
So that one's just the grass. The other one's going to be a little bit better to see because it's going to be the sand with the grass around.
Got it. There's the path. That's sweet, man.
So, yeah, that was, and then if you take a look at the texture, you'll see the 47 times 2 because there's two different auto tile sets. Each one requires 47 tiles.
Got it. Jeez.
So it literally breaks it apart, puts it back together, just like this. Granted, the grass one isn't much to look at. That's only because of the way that it was done. But if you look back at the original texture, that's inside the sprite folder, you'll see from the sand alone exactly what it's doing.
Right. So I mean, I guess the order is everything, right? Setting this up correctly.
What it's doing is so go back to the sprite folder and select the terrain image.
Mm-hmm.
And then you'll see here the sand section there.
Yeah.
How that's broken into
Got
on
it.
the right hand side.
Got it.
The top right hand portion of it is the interior corners, and then the big part around the bottom is the main corners, and the center. It's broken apart and separates it into fourths. Well, first it breaks it into 6 images, and then it breaks those 6 pieces into 4 pieces, and then applies those 4 pieces and stamps along the texture as necessary to create the 47 images. That creates the full tile sheet.
Gotcha.
And it does that twice because there's 2 of them in this particular one, but it will do it for however many you find.
Wow.
Once that's been done, it creates those particular tile maps. So that's the graphical portion of it. Is it's literally just grabbing the pixels from this, pasting them into a new texture to do all of the wonderfulness on the back side of things. And that's all done inside of the editor portion of this, the editor window, which is a lot more logic than what you've seen.
Yeah.
But it's all handled in there, and it remembers the different sprites, and it creates the sprite sheet information for us too. So all of that stuff is done. So if you were to look at the one that it creates for the auto tile terrain texture, you'll see that it's a multiple sprite,
Yeah.
just like you would expect it to be.
Oh, shoot. There it is. Oh, wait, that's, what
So
the heck
you
is
can
it?
actually click on the little arrow next to that, and it will drop out and show you all of the individual ones.
Oh, got it. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's all of the different tiles that it's found.
Right. That's
And
crazy.
created for us. And
Jeez.
so, and then it stores that information, and then creates the individual auto tile assets that you see, the 0, 0, which is the grass one, and the 0, 1, which is the sand one,
Mm-hmm.
in this particular case. But you can, of course, apply any auto tile, as long as it follows that texture format, then
Yeah.
it's fine. So,
Wow.
there's that portion. So then inside of the scripts file here, you'll see the actual auto tile script, and that's doing the rest of the work for us. So the first part is just getting the texture created, and then the sprite sheet section of it created, and then applying all of that to an array in a particular order, and assigning that to a new asset for this script, and then assigning that array to the sprites here. So you see that sprites array that was up there.
Yeah.
That's what the window, auto tile generator window is doing
Gotcha.
when you click that button. The rest of the work is done inside this script here for using that array, getting the index, the sprite out of that index, and applying it to be whichever one is visible at this particular moment.
Gotcha.
And it does that using what's known as bit logic. We take a look at the left, the right, all of the directions around us in this get neighbor here, and we apply a particular indexing value based off of that. Then we use that value to say, okay, because this one here is next to this and this, we're going to use that information to apply this. And that's how I get the sprite and set it. So all of that's done up above. This right here is just my helper function for figuring out which particular directions need to be set.
Gotcha. It just is amazing to me how powerful the script is, yet how few lines there actually are there.
Thanks.
Compliment intended.
So the two big pieces is going to be the get tile data. That's going to be the one that's literally going, okay, who's to the left, who's to the right, who's to the up, who's to the down, who's to the corners.
Right.
And, doing all of that particular portion. Getting, that information out to define that indexing piece that I was talking about earlier.
Yeah.
And then applying. That's done here in the get tile data.
Actually, explain this to me. I haven't seen that before. So the I don't know if that's amper or not. That's the
Or. That's why I'm saying that's known as bit logic. I knew you weren't gonna have any clue on.
Got it. Okay. So I mean, because I'm used to like.
Think about. I can explain it because it's actually not that difficult.
Okay.
Or is not the same thing as bit or.
Oh, got it.
It is not. They're two completely different things. So think about it this way. Light bulbs. In a row. Just one single row of light bulbs, right?
Right.
Each individual light bulb can be on or off, right? That's pretty much the way bit logic works.
Just very binary.
You have a bit. Yeah, it's binary. That's exactly right. And we're operating on the bits exactly.
Gotcha.
So the OR operator is a way of saying these bits and this set of bits and this set of bits we're going to do an OR operation to get which particular bits are set after that operation. And that operation does an alteration on the bits based off of the two inputs.
Gotcha. Because I do the same
So
thing, right?
it's-
Where I look at the neighbors and do the search, but I do it the ugly way, right? Which is, is above, below, left, right, and it
Well,
just
I'm still doing that too, but I'm doing it in a slightly different way.
much more consolidated too.
Yeah. So what I'm doing here is I have my XY loop
Mm-hmm.
to, look over them. I start at -1, -1,
Right.
which is going to be your bottom left.
Yeah. So a grid of
Then I go
9,
up
basically.
1. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
the grid of 9. And then when it comes to 0, I just don't care.
Right. I was at first I was adding the code going if self skip, and I'm going who cares. So I'm glad that's the correct.
You can always do if x equals 0 and y equals 0, continue.
Mm-hmm.
So I do that inside of my get direction.
Gotcha.
That's just because of the way that I define it.
Gotcha.
I'm also using flags here, which makes my directions easier to understand.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you look down in my get direction, I'm not doing by number. I do by direction.
Gotcha.
Which makes things much easier for me. -1 is the southwest, 0 is west,
Right.
etc. So I switch off of my particular integers and then return my directions that are necessary.
Gotcha. Yeah, that makes sense.
And then that creates a individual flag, which you can think of as an integer. It's creating the bits that will represent integer that I'm going to use.
Okay.
And that's how I select my index.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah, because
So
I mean
then
it's
after
yeah,
that, the
-1,
next
0,
hard
or
part is
1.
inside the refresh.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the bits are actually defined in the flag section. So if you scroll up some more, all the way up.
Oh, up in this guy. Yeah.
Yeah. So you can see how each one of them are being set to, well, we start off at 0 for none.
Mm-hmm.
So that means that we have no neighbors. Then the southwest direction is going to be 1. Then west is 2. Northwest is 4. And we just keep going clockwise around, starting from the bottom left.
Gotcha.
But each one of them is 2 times the previous, or the power of 2 next.
Right.
That way, I can have 0 all the way to 128, and each one of those means something.
Right.
Not only do they mean something, they mean something unique. Each and every. So if I had a value of 3.
Right. Then you know
That
it's
would tell me-
southwest and west.
Exactly.
Right. Yeah.
So that's how I deal with that particular thing. So then I just simply set my images to those particular indexes inside of my array,
Mm-hmm.
and then I can use them.
Yeah.
So it becomes literally just that simple.
Yeah, just whatever number you come up with, will always be unique and distinct, and will give you all directions with no overlap.
Exactly.
Yeah, sweet. I played with it a million years ago, doing the proper way, but when I'm coding, I'm just getting too intellectually lazy to go figure out how that works again. So I just end up doing the terrible, if east and west and south. Right,
This is me just explaining what's happening inside of my code, so you can honestly get the big 2 pieces of information that I'm trying to show you out of it.
Yeah.
And see how I'm applying my logic inside of those.
Yeah, totally
the,
get that.
The whole auto texture portion of it, you're gonna want, but you may not necessarily want to apply it just like this, because one of the things you're looking to do is apply random inside of your fill.
Right.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So for that kind of thing, the next thing we're going to look at, so we can at this point, what we can do is we can define essentially the array of sprites. We can select which particular sprite we're looking at based off of who's around us.
Mm-hmm.
And then we can do, that's all done inside of the get tile. So that's just for me, myself, and I.
Gotcha.
Okay? So once that's done, the next thing that happens is the refresh tile.
Mm-hmm.
So once we place it, we get the tile we're going to set that particular tile down and do that there.
Mm-hmm.
Then we're going to do the refresh tile, which we're going to go and look at everybody that's around us again,
right,
and go update them.
Gotcha.
And that's all done inside this one guy.
Which I actually do that as well too. I actually do the refresh, but not as cleanly. But I do that when I plant one. I mean, well, you can actually see in mine. It's, you know, even in mine, it was doing like an update around it.
Yeah. So, but that's the point of what you're trying to do. But
mm-hmm.
now that you can select which particular tile that it's going to be, you can essentially do if it's the fill section, I want it to be this one or this one or this one. And,
gotcha.
Have a random one selected from that.
Mm-hmm. Or what about the idea of, like, because what frequently will happen is that, excuse me, because, I mean, there's a random feature in the rule tile as well, which is, quite honestly, I hate it. It's terrible. What I would prefer is the idea of either, I mean, just like re-clicking with the same tile on it to signify, no, next, right? So that way I could actually, if I have like 5 random tiles, right, that I could just click on it and cycle through those random tiles.
You could define that logic inside here too.
Oh, yeah?
You can define literally whatever logic you want to being able to select the tile or whatever. You can, because you can get the tile data,
mm-hmm.
you can find, before you try changing the current tile, you select its current data set, find out what tile is it currently. If it's nothing, then we can just place whatever.
Right.
If it is something, we can go to the next value inside an array.
Gotcha. Yeah, just cycle through. Yeah, that makes sense. That's awesome, man.
And then the only thing is that this, if you scroll up all the way to the very top.
Sorry, I got my boob asking me when the stream ends. If you look at what I say, I normally say 6-ish, which is in about 5 minutes or so. But Geek is throwing so much information at me, I may go a little long. But I have a heart out myself. I actually have a show to go to tonight, but it may go a little while longer. But normally 5 minutes. But
I'm almost done. I'm literally on my last statement.
Oh, sorry. Talk about perfect timing. Sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's cool. So if you scroll all the way to the very top, you'll see how this all functions inside of Unity.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the base tile right there. So
got it.
My class is generated off of their tile-based class.
Mm-hmm.
I override their refresh method. I override their get tiled, and the rest of it's my own personal thing.
Gotcha. So you start with theirs and then just build off of that. That's fantastic, man.
Exactly. And that's where I'm trying to show you have the same power
mm-hmm.
as I do here. So you can literally, whatever you actually want it to do it.
Gotcha.
And that's what I'm trying to show you. You can make it do whatever you want.
That's awesome.
So, and this is pretty much, a basic structure that you can take and implement.
Mm-hmm.
Dissect it and do so.
So, just as a question, so let's see, do I have mine still up? Yeah, I do. Oops, wrong one. Nope. Okay, I don't have it up. I did close it. What I was going to ask about it, so for like in my example, so like when I make an edge, right? Basically, if I hold Control down and click that edge, then I go ahead and add the corner, right? A diagonal edge. So my question is where would you actually put that logic in? Would you do that like before you do the get tile, or would you kind of embed?
I would do that inside of get tile data. You can check the input.
Yeah.
See if your input is holding. If the key is down.
Gotcha.
And do whatever you want with it.
Cool. because I've been using Shift to delete and then Control. If it's a corner, then switch it into a diagonal. But yeah, so then you just put it in this section right here. Sweet.
Yeah.
Dude, that is awesome, man. And once again, man, I you know, hate to be redundant, but I cannot thank you enough for what you've done to help me, you know, tackle the editor and actually get that. I mean, seriously, I cannot overstate how much time that is going to save me. The fact that I can build levels and just instantly import them in and not have to regenerate from scratch. That's awesome.
Yeah. But the other thing to note is that this right here is all worked off of the base Unity editor.
Gotcha.
You know, so we create a tile, we put it into the palette, we use the paint tools that are inside the palette to paint it into the scene.
Gotcha.
Don't have to go 5 different places. We don't have to run the game in order to actually make it work the way you want to.
Gotcha.
You can, totally still fine, because it's still a tile.
Right.
In fact, your code would probably still work with one of my auto tiles.
Gotcha.
Because it's still a tile.
Right. All you're doing is the same thing, just finding the right one. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that's pretty much exactly it. That's end of it. So, but I mean, I mean, all in all, the real hard part, quote unquote, is in this particular code is I have a organized array that I've predetermined beforehand.
Uh-huh.
Using that flag enumerator, I'm able to select the index inside of that array to get what I want.
Got it.
And that's honestly it. That's the whole bit here. But like I'm using this logic to do what I want.
Mm-hmm.
You can use your own logic to do what you want. That includes, you know, getting the input to find out what key is being held down to select a slightly different index.
Right. Just put it in there.
Checking to see if there's a tile already there, and if so, what's the next, you know, which particular sprite is it currently set to? Can I set it to the next one up? That kind of.
Got it.
So you can have all the same exact logic inside of the tile, and then when you're painting inside the editor, you still have that functionality.
Gotcha. I love it. That's awesome, man. And I'm so happy to like ditch the the rule tile scripts, which, as I said, it's something they put together just so they have something. But I mean, I think they know because it's something you have to pull off of GitHub, so it's not like anything that's embedded, and they still show it as basically just sort of like a test preview kind of thing. So much code talk from my 15-year-old brain. It cannot compute. I'm going to bed. We wore Maboob. We wore him out. Yeah, sorry about that. He's used to me just kind of like banging my head against the wall and typing 4 lines and saying, "Okay, I'm done." So
yeah, I've been into coding since I was like 12, 13.
Oh yeah.
Computer since I was like 5. I'm 35, 36.
Yeah.
One of those two.
Yeah.
Don't ask me which. I don't know.
Okay.
But yeah, so I've been doing this for quite some time. So coding to me is like breathing.
Yeah.
But yeah, so essentially though, it's the hard part about Unity is really figuring out where should something actually be done.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. Wow, he is amazing. There you go. Yeah, I'll second that one. Maboom. I'll second that one. He's been a big help.
You're welcome. And thank you. Now, if only I could actually get a job programming. I don't know why I'm having difficulty with that one.
Really?
Anywho.
Well,
yeah.
If you don't mind me asking, what part of the world are you in?
Texas.
Oh, yeah? Wow. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
it seems like it should
If
be.
you want to
Well,
hire me to code, I will certainly take the job.
well, I don't know how you feel about Sin City, but I mean, Las Vegas is always looking for Unity programmers. Uh, I know one guy in particular, one company. Uh, he literally interviewed 6 people, and all of them admitted that no, I've never used Unity before, but I've programmed, so I can figure it out. So, uh,
Yeah, Unity is a special kind of beast.
yeah,
And
yeah,
when I say special, I mean special ed.
yeah, right. Short bus. Yeah, I got it. But no, seriously.
Um,
I don't know what the life is like there in Texas in terms of Unity people. But I mean, it's if you would have any interest in Las Vegas, because all the casino game manufacturers are all
mhm,
basically jumping on the Unity bandwagon, right? They're all basically embedding
sure.
because some of them are either trying to make skill-based games, right? And they're all doing it with Unity, or they're just doing it as a component that plays with the bonus games and stuff like that. So I mean, it's I mean, you can see plenty of Unity listings pretty frequently here in Vegas.
I mean, if they're willing to relocate me,
Uh,
because that's quite a move.
Well, you laugh, but you know what? I mean, I think not all of them, but I would consider some of them would probably be willing to throw the cash to make that happen. I mean, they're that hungry because
No, I mean, no. If you actually know some places, send that information to me. I would be happy for it.
all right, yeah, I'll do that on Discord, but we'll continue the conversation over there. But yeah,
Yeah.
seriously, cost of living is fantastic here, which is why I moved here 8 years ago from LA and not going back. But I mean, it is a relatively thin pool in terms of talent in that area. So it's I mean the opportunities are absolutely I think they're absolutely here, but there's no reason we couldn't at least reach out to them, and then find out the opportunities. So we'll talk about that for sure.
Sounds good. And thank you for that.
Oh, dude, thank you,
Yeah, I know.
my good friend Jeannie. I love it, my boo. I thought you were going to bed, buddy. He's in London, so he's deep in the he's.
You have a good one.
All right, man. Yeah, Geek, thank you so much. All right, so yeah, look at that, perfect timing too. We're just after 6. I moved one street away from my old house. Okay, that's a good start. All right, so yeah, I think we'll call it a day there. That was fantastic. I didn't do much on my to-do list, on my task list, but I still got something so much better out of that. So, yeah, thanks to everyone, Maboob. Thank you so much, man. Thanks for hanging out with me, buddy. And to everyone that was hanging out with me today. Who else we got? Oh yeah, Runes. If he's still around, he may have actually dropped off. I think he may have. But yeah, Geek, buddy. Yeah, we'll talk on Discord. I have to run out the door here in a minute, but I'll try and touch base before I head out. Yeah, you're still in voice chat. Oh, I am. Thank you for that heads up. I'll kill that right now. There you go. That's done. And sorry to whoever that was trying to crash our call, but that was some weird talk going on there, so I'm not sure who the heck that was. I need to make another outside run. All right, Geek, thanks again, buddy. I cannot thank you enough for the help. That was fantastic. And thanks to everyone that was hanging out with me today. Ton of people. I do appreciate that. A lot of conversation today. That was awesome. Still got a bunch of warm bodies, so I guess I should actually find someone else to throw my visitors to. So, but yeah, I'm going to bow out here. I have a concert to go to tonight. Man, I love Vegas. Absolutely love this town, man. I highly recommend this as a destination, at least to live. I don't know about visiting, because visiting gets expensive. You gamble, you lose your money. You live here, you don't gamble. It's fantastic. I love this place. But anyways, everyone, have yourselves a fantastic weekend. Next week would be the 100th episode. And I've been tossed around the idea of actually dressing up as a celebration. So maybe I'll bust out the old Marty McFly outfit just to do it right. I don't know. I'm on the fence. We'll see. We'll find out next week if I actually get the nerve to actually do that. Because that means I have to talk as Marty the whole time, right? But until then, you guys have yourselves a fantastic weekend and a great week. And in the meantime, I better find someone to actually raid. So let me do a quick search here. Let me do this. Let's go browse. All right, bring this over. And as always, you guys know that I like to go into science technology, and I always forget where the stupid thing is for the filter. Unity. No, see, why does it do that? It says none found, but I mean, I'm streaming Unity, so I think I end up just going manually. You scroll down a little bit here. Let's see what we got. You got 9 views. Who says Unity here? Developing Beast Commander. Oh, that sounds cool. What do you think, guys? I think we'll send them all this way. So let's see. That is Dragon Slumber. So here we go. Dragon Slumber. So we're going to go that direction. And I'm going to hit raid. So let me just, before I hit that, let me just say once again, thank you guys. And thanks so much for hanging out. And I hope you guys make it back next Friday. Hopefully make a lot more headway. And God, I can't believe I got that great ability now to actually import stuff in the editor. That is so awesome. All right, guys, hit and raid. Here we go. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you next Friday. Adios. Oh, maybe. It won't let me raid now. Here we go. Try it again. Take care. Bye.
As a full game, it's not the best thing. As its own thing, like for the specific thing that you're looking at, it perfectly solves whatever problem you're trying to do. Hey, scary robot games, peace in. Welcome to all the scary robots out there. Thank you for the raid. It is. It's raid time.